Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you to Answering the Bell with Stormybman, our Sunday morning call-in joint for this Sunday, January 25th, 2026. This is number 192 in the series of call-in joints, and we are here on a wintry day. I mean, all across the Midwest, we are being slammed, people. There are people who are without power. There are people who are running low on their goods, whether it be food, if it's clothing to stay warm and to deal with these elements. So let's just keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, with the blessings that things will be made easier for them, that people can overcome. We should not go through a day without thinking of someone else, because it is imperative that in order to make it, we have to pull together, people. We have to pull together. So I just kind of don't want to come across as preachy to you on this Sunday morning, but I want to remind you how important it is to think about the less fortunate as we have to deal with things such as these conditions that is all about nature. It's nothing we can do about nature, but this is what it is. So I have to open up with those sentiments because I'm thinking about people as well, and I hope somebody out there is thinking of me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way we make it as a society. That is truly the way. So thank you for tuning in this morning. Please smash the like button as you come into the building. And don't be afraid to share the content on various social medias that you may be a part of. We are multi-streaming this morning. We've got the stream going over on Rumble. The link for Rumble is pinned in the chat box. And we're also multi-streaming to my third channel, Stormybman's Temple of Culture and Entertainment. And thank you to the brother Universal Truth. I asked that he kind of pump those links into the chat for you as I was prepping the show and getting things ready, because sometimes I'll get things going and then I'll forget something. So I had a chance to remember that and just ask one of the fellow wrenches out there to help storm me out, because I can't remember everything all the time. And also, if you get a chance, post those links for the merchandise and the tip options for Cash App as well as Streamlabs tip. Because if someone wants to leave an endorsement of support financially, there's always the description box where you can find those links. But just having someone assist me with putting them in the chat, it helps out as well. So again, thank you guys tuning in this morning. We're coming out of a weekend of strong boxing matches, and we'll get a chance to talk about that a little bit, because we're seeing the sport have a shift, and shifts sometimes in boxing are important. They're significant for the mundane, things being kind of the same. There's like a lack of growth. There's a lack of inspiration, or where you see people just think that they're going to skim off the top, you know, but that's not the case. We're going to see boxing turn a huge corner. And what's exciting about that is it's the people who support or don't support the sport. It's the promoters and the fighters who are participants of the sport, all making these things that we're going to talk about very possible. And one of the things to kick right off is the acknowledgement that we have that this past Friday, Zuffa Boxing has finally thrown their hat into the arena of the sport of boxing. Yeah, you see, Dana White, who for quite a long time, at least over a decade, had been talking about wanting to get involved in the sport of boxing. He appears to be a man that, like a lot of others, Turkey Al-Sheikh to mention, has been a fan of the sport. He has his favorites, of course, but he feels like there's some aspects of the sport of boxing that can be improved upon and brought into a modern day type of featuring. But let me tell you, this is something that, again, the stalwarts who've been around for a long time, they don't like that, right? He coming in here, he want to mess up our good thing. I've never heard the mention of the Muhammad Ali Act as much as I have in the past 6 or 7 months, where even though when the act was written, it wasn't talked about as much even then. But it does serve a purpose. But all of a sudden, these promoters who have found ways to get around the Muhammad Ali Act themselves, now they're threatened by little old Dana White coming in? Really? Listen, that's all politics. What I'm interested in is what he is going to do as far as presenting cards, huh? And Friday saw him kick off his first Zuffa 01 Walsh versus Ocampo, which was presented on Paramount Plus. If some of you have that app, You can get it if you've got Amazon Prime. You can sign up for Paramount Plus through Amazon Prime. The fights are there. And I'll tell you something. We had press conference. We had some interviews and things setting everything up. And it turned out to be quite an interesting affair. And I enjoyed it. They seemingly lifted all of top-ranked ESPN's vibes, huh? They had Andre Ward on there. They had, what was his name? Joe Test. What was it? What is his name? I don't particularly care for that guy. Tessitore. And they had Max Kellerman. Glad by his absence was Tim Bradley. Not there. Yeah. Great. Okay. Now, if we could do something about Max Kellerman's presence, that'll be even greater still. But I digress. The card came off, was very entertaining. I enjoyed what I was able to catch. The fights were competitive. We saw undefeated fighters going at it. We saw fighters who were stepping up in opportunities against opponents that were a threat. All of that was what we asked for when we watched the sport of boxing. And I'll tell you something. The main event that saw Carlos Ocampo taking on Callum Walsh was an entertaining fight. Walsh opened the fight up, fast hands, punching pretty good, but the veteran in Ocampo looked like he was able to weather the storm early from that onslaught by that young man. And being the veteran that he is, he was able to take Walsh the distance. Walsh still prevailed with a unanimous decision, but it was a learning experience for him. And he's a young man that spoke in the post-press conference, saying that he loves this. He wants to fight more. He wants to fight often. And I believe that Dana White is going to assist him in that. See, this is what it's about. When you're going to find the purity of the sport, those who really want to make a legacy and name for themselves, they're going to benefit from this. Those who are looking to steal coin, the gates and doors will close very quickly on you, because you're going to have to bring some to get some, huh? Yeah, and that's the whole point of this. Turki Al-Sheikh lured you in. He had some phenomenal purses that he was offering up for guys, and some guys still were rejecting and resenting that. And now that the PBC and ESPN Top Rank and Golden Boy are going to find themselves on the outside looking in, what are their fighters going to do, huh? When they need to earn a living, huh? PBC and Golden Boy trying to come together and everything. Amazon Prime ain't going to love you like that, huh? Netflix ain't going to love you like that. So you're going to have to make some sacrifices, huh? And stop trying to cheat the people, cheat the fighters, and cheat the sport, huh? With your foolishness, what you've been doing for a very long time. There are going to be changes. And I embrace that. I welcome it, And it's exciting because when you look at fighters who are deciding to take the step, already we've seen Jai Opetaia get signed by Zuffa. We've got Jesse Bam Rodriguez. That's two top pound-for-pound fighters right there that have signed over to these promotions. And they are going to be joining the fight cards very soon. Opetaia has already mentioned on Friday night when they interviewed him ringside, he said that he's got a March date already. Dude, that's just 2 months away. He's ready to go. You see what I'm saying? And over there with the IBF title that he had and everything, people moving away, don't want to fight him, running and hiding and all of that stuff. And all Opetaia wanted to do was the opportunity to fight for the titles to become undisputed. He's a champion himself, but all the so-called badasses, are sad asses because they're moving away from him. And so here we got a guy, he's over here. There will be a Zuffa belt. Now, that's just to state the claim and label for the champions that are fighting under this promotion. But the sanctioning body, with their wicked fees and all of that stuff, later for them. Jai Opetaia has the Ring magazine belt. That and the Zuffa belt will be just fine. When he fights, that type of representation, and you don't have to worry about those people with their fingers in your pockets, We saw an ugly show of that with the WBC trying to shake down Terrence Bud Crawford because he defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, they were penalizing him because he paid his fees to the other sanctioning bodies, but they were trying to shake him down for a little extra cheddar because the WBC backs Canelo. We back Canelo. WBC, And because Bud Crawford put shoes all in Canelo's behind, Suleiman couldn't wait to try to come at that man and stick his hand all in his bank account. Yeah. That's not your money, friend. That's not your money. But Bud handled it perfectly, He told y'all, you don't know who you messing with, And then he gave him the Tupac symbol, All eyes on me, like this, And then he retired. Now, when he retired, everybody started talking about, oh, he still got more to do. He should come back. And this, that, and the third, right? You know why they want him back? So they can get him back, Because he was too smart, But they froze him out. They froze him out for years. Even right now, Christian and Billy, who has for the past 3 years been fighting interim fights for the WBC at 168, is talking about giving up the interim status. He's tired of it. He's not getting his title shot. Why not? He just fought this fight with Lester Martinez on the undercard of Bud and Canelo, right? And it was a draw. So they may be forcing a rematch, the WBC. Another interim fight. Why can't it now be for the WBC title? Since Bud retired and you stripped him already. Or is it that you want to try to give it to Hamza Shiraz against an easier opponent, playing these games again, even though you got men who have been right there for the title shot? So welcome, Zuffa Boxing. Let's see what you can do. Let's see the magic, Because it's going to be some sore asses, as there should be. Because the boxing sport, the greedy promoters and the greedy fighters. Did you see Khalil Cole coming into his fight against Jesse Hart? The weigh-in, the story byline there. First of all, there's no love lost between the two men. And Hart is closer to the end of a career, but being the younger guy by nearly a decade, Cole is close to an end of a career too, with the decisions that he's making. 8 pounds overweight at the weigh-in? Are you kidding me? I bet you Dana White got something in store for that kind of foolishness, Not the WBC, No. So, let's see it get done. Yeah. Jamal Davis over there on the Rumble Act. Salute to you. Let's see who we got in the building this morning. I know I'm running my mouth, but I have to do my opening monologue because we're talking the sport here, man. This is what we do over here. No foolishness. Chris Keeps Boxing was first in the building saying salute. Universal Truth is out there. J-Man Jr. in the building. Let's see. We got Mac of the South. Jonathan Simon is out there. Columbia is out there. What's going on, Columbia? Dale Riv in the building. G. McCall, 09. What's happening with you? Columbia is posting those links up there too. Appreciate you, Columbia. Thank you so much for helping out. Del Riv says the snow is crazy in Jersey. Hey, man, listen. You know, blessings to you all out there that you be brought through this situation unscathed, because it's rough, man. And then when these temperatures are dropping like they are too, right now here in the Chi, it's about, let me check. The last I checked, because I had to do snow removal this morning, it's 14 right now. I went out there and removed snow once. They said the snow is continuing through 2 or 3 p.m. this afternoon. So I'm going to have to go out there again probably when I finish the show. Huh? It's crazy out there, man. Totally crazy. Yeah, it's 14. Man. It's crazy. PGH Big Dog in the building. Salute to you. He says, smash the like button. Yes, sir. We got. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Mac of the South says, we live and exclusive with the Flames. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Who else we got out there? In Columbia, I really appreciate you posting those links. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because sometimes I can't do all of that stuff myself while I'm conducting here. I'm streaming across 3 channels. Yeah, thank you so much. The real Mr. Shelton is in the building. He says, I got to keep my shoes on. It's too damn cold. What's good with you, Mr. Shelton? Great Sunday morning to you. I bet you're going to put some boots on now, huh? Yeah, J-Man says 100 3 times over. Benjamin Harrington in the building saying, salute Stormy in the chat. Salute to you. Jay Vonnie is out there. Night Train. Info-C is out there, says, peace, Stormy. Being snowed in. Yeah, man, listen. It's limiting a lot of us out here, right? Today, it is no joke with this Midwest, what are they calling it? Storm. You know, they just calling it a storm. It ain't got nothing to do with me. My name is simply Stormy, but I ain't causing this weather. You can believe that. Benjamin says it's 17 degrees in Patterson, New Jersey right now and snowing. Man, listen, if you have a home and it's snowing and you need to do snow removal around your home, please do it before the sun go down, because when that stuff gets hard and it turns into ice, man, it's a whole different thing. And the sunlight will make it soft, so that's why you got to do it. There's some people that be lazy. They gonna watch the NFL games and everything and eat a pizza and all of that. Next thing you know, the sun is going down and they got to go out there and do that. And it's ice, man. I was out there early this morning, man, like I was getting up for work, man, trying to get that snow. Man. And some places get more than others, you know. When I went to sleep last night, before I laid down, I look out the window. I saw a light dusting of snow, right? Just a little light dusting. Then get up this morning, it was inches. I'm like, that's not fair. That is not fair. Anthony Bolton just came into the building. What's good with you, man? J-Man says, damn, yeah. Where you at, J-Man? You ain't got no snow? Shoot, man, let me tell you something. You're lucky if you ain't. Because there are some places across the U.S. that They catching the break, but not where I'm at. I ain't catching no break. But yeah, man, we gonna talk some boxing here. That Zuffa, I'm telling you guys, that's great. That's great. We got EJ out there in the Rumble app. He says, salute. He says, Stormy, I'm heading to the Shy right now. I'm in Nebraska right now, but at least the road is clear and plowed. That ain't gonna be everywhere. I guarantee you that. So enjoy the smoothness of the plowed roads for now, huh? And cross your fingers the rest of the way. Because there's some spots that they ain't plowed nothing. Huh? Javani says, 47 with light rain, Columbus, Georgia. Well, you're lucky, huh? Because I'm going to tell you something. That could quickly switch with the change of the direction of some wind there. Javani. Yep. Yep. It'll be like, where'd this chill come from? Uh-huh. That's what it'll be. But I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines, man. We could have some conversation about this stuff. You guys want to talk about Zuffa? Hit me up. If you want to talk about the fights from last night, hit me up. The fight card from Friday night, hit me up. Fight card coming up next week, hit me up. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. But yeah. So Anthony says, yeah, Sensei, Memphis got about 8 inches of snow and sleet. It's 15 degrees right now. In Memphis, oh my goodness. I know that ain't y'all type of weather right there. I know that ain't. Jamal says, everybody be safe outside. If you don't need to go out, don't. There you go. That's good advisement right there, Jamal Davis. EJ says, I was screwed in Colorado, forced to put on chains and leave it on for 100 miles. Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Ravens Nation in the building. He says, January 31st going to be great. Listen, man, there's some great cards. The 31st, we got about 3 cards happening on that day, man. 3. Let me go over them with you real quick. On the 31st, we got Murtazaliev taking on Kelly. That's on DAZN. That's a promotion being pinned down by Matchroom. No, it might be. Is that Matchroom or Queensberry? It might be Queensberry. All In is how they calling it. So these 2 guys gonna get it on. Joshua Kelly taking on what is his name? Murtazaliev. Hey, nobody wants to really fight Murtazaliev. He's been having a tough time trying to find an opponent. So that's a card that's happening. Then we also got Xander Zayas taking on Abbas Baru. That's going to be on ESPN Classics, right? That's an app, ESPN Classics. You should be able to find that on the Fire Stick or something like that. But that's a fight that's taking place on Saturday as well. And these 2 are fighting for Zayas' newly crowned WBO was that super welterweight title. So we'll see. We'll see what's happening with that. And then, of course, you got the big card that is Shakur Stevenson challenging Teofimo Lopez for his Ring Magazine title. And a fight with two young guys. It's nice that they fighting each other where they're still young like this and everything. But I'm going to be truthful about I don't really care who wins this fight. I don't like either of these guys. And it's not that I don't like them as fighters. I don't like them as young men. I don't like them. I don't like them. The sooner that they go away and be out of boxing or my sight or whatever, the better off I'll be. Bye-bye. Don't care for these two. Get them out of there. Yeah. But some of y'all might like these dudes. I don't care for them. Goodbye. That's what I say about that. Get them out of there. So, but yeah. Well, we got these lines open. Come on now, you guys. Give me a call. Give Stormy a call. Let's talk some boxing. Let me see what you guys are saying about these comments here. Is that Shayland? I don't want to mispronounce it. Shayland, he says, Michigan is snowing at 18 degrees. Yeah. You part of the thick of things in Michigan. EJ says, salute to Ravens Nation and King Bonnie. Who else we got out there? Ravens Nation says Zayas versus Baru be streamed on everything except YouTube. Even Tubi getting it. That's fine. That's fine. They'll be on, the winner probably will be on Zuffa Boxing before the end of the year. Yep. They'll be on Zuffa before the end of the year. Yeah, buddy. Okay, Sheland. Okay, now is that male or female? Because I don't want to mix up the sexes either, huh? Be calling you a dude if you're a lady and calling you a lady if you're a dude. I ain't trying to be catfishing nobody up out here. If you're a man, say, I'm a man, huh? If you're a lady, just say, hi. You ain't gonna catch Stormybman all mixed up and everything. Because, you know, we living in this day and age of DEI. And Marks be trying to be, well, I'm a man. Shy Island. Okay, Shy Island. Amen. Okay. Well, listen, Shy Island, let me make a suggestion for you. Instead of getting these crazy names like that, huh? Why don't you just say the dude, huh? That's a good name for you, huh? The dude. See, Stormy gonna tell you, man, because I told you I ain't trying to get all mixed up. Yeah. Welcome down is out there. What's going on with you? Salute to you. Shit. I understand that. But see, listen, we ain't got to be putting our government names out there, bro. I'm just saying, Stormybman fits me, huh? When that name was given to me years ago, I never even used it until I thought of a YouTube handle for myself. So it's like, there we go. Okay, perfect fit. Stormy B Man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Stormy B Woman, huh? Nope. If it's that, it's deletion time. You understand? Yeah. Now come on, y'all. We got this, the lines is open. Call Stormy up. Let's have a conversation on some boxing. EJ over there in Rumble, he says, my favorite day of the week, answering the bell. Sensei, your knowledge and wisdom is greatly appreciated. And who's getting the next F+? Get to the back of the bus. I got you. Thank you for the donation, bro. Yeah. NBA D Nice in the building. What's going on? Where Junior the Truth at? Junior usually call in too. He have some good conversation. He must be busy. He probably doing snow removal right now too. Yeah, that snow removal ain't no joke, man. You gotta get on. You gotta get out front on that. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. If you wait and let those inches mount up, man. Okay, we got 706 in the building. Who's calling? What's on your mind? Welcome to the show.
King Bunny, J.O. Vine, all that, man. How you doing?
Yo, what's good with you, man? How you doing? Happy Sunday to you.
Yes, sir. Likewise, man. I just called. I ain't really got much to say. I didn't see the fights last night. I guess I can just let you know the fights I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Wilder Chisora. I want to see how that looks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I guess I am kind of looking forward to the T.O. Shakur, but I don't know if I want to invest in it because, man, I don't really know. I kind of want to buy the fight, but I really don't. I just really don't. I might just check for the highlights, man, but I feel like it's a conflict.
If I could catch a stream of it, I'll do it that way, if somebody could give me a link or something, but I'm not buying that, man. I do not endorse either of those guys. Do you realize where they currently are, the two of them? They're getting ready to fight each other. And it's probably going to be a disappointing match. Probably who people think is going to win won't win. And the fact that you got two guys who could have done so much more prior to now. It's like ridiculous. They have been two bookends holding up the sport for a long time. And one of them talks as if he is God's grace of boxing. The other one is such a dislikable person that you just kind of want to see him go away. And see, I'm just being honest here. Even if you love the sport, you can't love what they bring to the sport. Do you realize that Shakur Stevenson has put himself out there like he is so great, but what has he done in the pros? What has he done?
Nothing.
Now, beating up on guys like Oscar Valdez and, some of the other fighters that were of low stature that he defeated, whatever. But he could have fought O'Shaquie Foster, and he moved away from the division. Moved away. Okay.
It
And
haven't
then
cleared out no
he
weight
he,
cut.
he could have fought Devin Haney. Even when Haney didn't have to give him an opportunity, Haney offered him something. He felt that that was too low of a bargaining chip for him. But check this out. If he didn't miss that weight against, what was that, Conseco that he was going to face, he missed the weight, right? And he was stripped of the title. So you missed the weight. That's your obligation. You were the titleist. That meant that winning the fight, you go up to the next division with that hardware. You get an automatic title shot with the hardware.
Right.
So you think because you dropped the belt, because you didn't want to make weight, and you said you could have made the weight. You actually come back later and said that. And Devin was supposed to just pay you royally to face him. But the thing is, Devin got it out the mud. He went over in Australia and fought Kambosos twice.
And put short money.
And and got less money and everything. Had to fight the guy back to back in his home country where they could cheat him and everything, which they really tried to do. They didn't want to let his dad come over. The second time around, they didn't want to let one of his trainers, a cut man or something in, and all of this kind of stuff, right? Stacking the deck against him. Then the poor promotion. Remember the promotion with him with the gold chains and everything, perpetuating him like he's some kind of street thug or something. All of that stuff. That was over there in Australia. See, a lot of Americans don't know that unless you follow us who tell you this news. Because we were talking about it. We put it out there. But the national folks that cover the sport, they weren't doing that. Anytime you saw Devin in a promotion over there, he had a gold chain on and everything, and he was flexing and all of this. Okay, he's taking photos like that, but he hasn't used those type of photos for DHP to promote himself. So they did that. They were trying to sell him as something else. And then you had the people who like Tank Davis say, oh, he trying to copy Tank. Dude, he ain't thinking about Tank. You know what I'm saying? It's like either Tank want to fight him or not, but he going on about his own business. But this is the kind of stuff that he had to face. Then he go into his promotion with Regis Prograis, and he started talking about, oh, he a schoolboy and all of that. Regis trainer, that big dude, Foot. I'll call him Foot because he talks so much, he need to stick his feet in his own mouth. That's why I call him Foot. He over there talking all this stuff about Devin, and as soon as the fight kick off, Regis is on the canvas. What's up with that? Huh? See, these guys, they be talking, they don't be putting in the work. I was just saying in my opening monologue, talking about Khalil Cole. Khalil Cole is a bum for coming in there 8 pounds overweight, for body slamming Jesse Hart. Salute to EJ out there purchasing one of the Sensei mugs, man. Thank you so much for your purchase, brother. Yeah, so body slamming guys, and they gave him the decision. He didn't even win that fight. He didn't throw enough punches to win the fight. But you see the sanctioning bodies, these dirty, nasty games that they play. So thank God Zuffa Boxing is here. Thank God.
What is Zuffa Boxing?
It's Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh. They're financing this new boxing league where fighters can fight over there on that platform. They're going to have championship fights and everything. No WBC, no IBF, no WBO, no WBA. The hell out of here with the sanctioning fees and all of that, huh?
He getting rid of Riyadh season?
No. Riyadh season will still be what it is.
Okay.
Riyadh season, in fact, on the card Friday night, you could see Riyadh advertisements hanging around in the stadium. It was there. But this is something to counter these poor promoters and management of fighters that they skimming all the profits off of the fighters, and they don't want to make other fights unless they can make a certain amount of money off of the fights for themselves. That's why Virgil Ortiz and Bruce Ennis is not taking place, because Oscar, first of all, like everyone has been talking about, he don't think Virgil can win the fight. But there also isn't a huge pot of money that somebody is going to invest to put the fight on, so Oscar can't get his lion's share. You see? But Virgil wants the fight, but Oscar don't want the fight. So now they've taken Oscar to court, you see, for holding up his career. You see? And the WBC and all that. Look at the filth. Khalil Cole in that fight last night, that was for, let me see, I wrote it down here. I think it was a WBC Intercontinental something type fight with he and Jesse Hart. He body slams the guy, 8 pounds overweight, and he wins the fight by the judge's decision. That's poor representation in the sport. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got this guy, and he's not, but that's what Suleiman wants that. You know why? Because someone like Khalil Cole, that's who they want to put as a face of black fighters in boxing. You see what I'm saying? That's y'all. That's y'all.
Unprofessional.
Yeah. But that's what they'll put that they'll put that as a stake in the ground, that as a marker. That's you guys. That ain't us.
At all.
If you hear me saying it, and I done said it about 6 times already, get him the hell out of here. Right. 8 pounds overweight. That fight should have been forfeited as a victory for Jesse Hart. Jesse Hart should have collected both ends of the purses, and then he should be suspended from the sport with a loss on his record. That's how you handle that. But Suleiman, who wants to take a third of $1 million away from Bud Crawford because he whooped Canelo's ass, is out here stripping titles from pound-for-pound legends, living legends like Bud Crawford. He's trying to strip him. In the meantime, at 168, you got Christian Mbili, who's been fighting for the 168-pound WBC interim title for about 3 fights in a row. And his last fight in September against Lester Martinez, where it ended up being a draw, the WBC just mandated that they face each other in a rematch. That'll make 4 times that he's fighting for an interim title. Why he's not fighting for the world title? You stripped it away from Bud. So why not let him fight for that title or award him the title? Like if it was Canelo, that's what they would have did. They would have said, the title is now Canelo. He's been elevated to this title. You see what I'm saying? The corruption. That's why I want to see what Dana White does. That's why I want to see it. Because you're going to get something different. It may end up being the same shit. But guess what? At least let's get started.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's been horrible.
My bad. Right. I just want to. It's just one fighter that has been that's been kind of standing out to me that I've been paying attention to recently. A dude named Ben Whitaker. He's one of them UK dudes, man. You heard him?
Yeah, I've heard of Whitaker. Yeah.
Yeah, me pretty cold. Me got that little drunken master type, deal that dude Floyd had fought back in the day, man. He be doing that type of stuff in the ring, man. He look like he's pretty cold, man. He's 18-0 right now. So I'm kind of looking forward to his fights, man. But other than that, man, them fights I mentioned, man, and that's really it, man. Ain't really much going on in boxing as far as I can see. I mean, at least I ain't checking everybody. There might be stuff going on, but
no, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. This is why you should watch the sport. It's just like you said, you didn't really catch, any other fights, so you probably catch the highlights or something like that. But listen, it's all the more reason so you will learn who's out there. Because see, if you just wait to listen who tells you or drops names, understand most of the time when that happens, that's agenda based. That's somebody that they trying to promote. Now you haven't heard me mention Ben Whitaker, have you? I don't know how long you've been listening to me. I know you've been out there and everything, but I'm talking about how regular you listen to me. I've talked about Ben Whitaker. In fact, I talked about him when he fought his last fight. Whitaker is another hype job. Whitaker is a guy, he's athletic. He really looks like he should be playing soccer or football. They call it football in the UK. He should be playing either that or basketball or something. He's athletic, but he doesn't have real foundational boxing tools. When he steps up against quality opposition, it's going to show. But in the meantime, they can showcase him because he's a showboating guy. In the UK, they kind of like that stuff. That's why Prince was so popular. I'm talking about Prince Nassim, and there have been a couple of other guys. Chris Eubank, if you go back to many years earlier, was a showboat type guy. Every once in a while, you could get a showboat guy who's good too. Ben Whitaker is not that. There are other fighters over there who should be looked at. That's just like this kid that just beat Subriel Matias, Dalton Smith. I've been watching him. He's fighting out of the UK, and I have been watching him. He's a good fighter. And he gets in there and he knocks Subriel Matias behind out. I love it. Because there were people that look at him just because his skin is white. He's a Caucasian fighter. Oh, Subriel gonna whoop him. Well, when you know the history of the Irish fighters and everything, and you look back at these guys and you find out that even if they don't have the athleticism or whatever, they got heart that goes deep and they have desire to win and persevere and get out there. The American fighters have fallen off so much that these guys think they should be paid for not doing anything. Look at Shakur and T.O. They don't want to fight the best fighters around them. But they'll tell you anytime you got an ear to listen how good they are.
Right.
You're not worth a damn. It's like, show me in the ring. The UK guys, they fight each other 2, 3, 4 times. They will. They don't care. It's like they could be in the same gym. Lawrence Okoli, who used to be a cruiserweight champion, and CBS, Chris Billum Smith, they trained in the same gym under Shane McGuigan for years and everything, sparred hundreds of rounds together. And as cruiserweight champions, they came together and fought each other. That's in the UK. The two men in the same gym fighting each other. These guys in America, they don't want to fight each other. They want to make love to each other. They want to hold hands and put each other's hands inside their crotch. What is this? I ain't used to. That's not boxing to me.
Right.
Did you see that fool, Keyshawn Davis, celebrating that Andy Cruz lost the decision last night?
With that belt.
Did you see that bullshit?
Yeah.
He's celebrating that man lost and now has a loss on his record, but he wouldn't fight him.
Right, yeah. Then Andy Cruz used to beat Keyshawn up in the amateurs.
Yeah, he beat him several times, bro. That's why he called him his son. Andy Cruz was calling Keyshawn my son. Now get this. I know some people were feeling like a certain kind of way. Why he keep calling Keyshawn his son? Check it out. This is the intelligent thing behind that. Keyshawn was the one who went on a live and talked about not having a father in his life. And what is that? We don't need that and all of that. Saying those things.
Right.
So Andy Cruz offered up to be his dad.
Oh, yeah. That's cold, bro.
Especially since he whooped his ass several times already. You understand?
Right.
So there's a little bit of humor in what Andy Cruz is saying every time he refers to him as his son. I'm your long lost pappy, son. Come see me.
Yeah, and it's a storyline, so they should fight.
Yes.
Down the line.
But he's celebrating that Cruz lost the decision like last night. He didn't get beat up. It was a damn good fight, especially for a man with 6 professional fights. First time going a 12-round distance against a man who could knock your head off in Raymond Muay. Huh? I bet you Keyshawn won't fight Ray Muay. But see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying about these American fighters now. The heart went out the window when the last generation left. The Floyd Mayweather era, when that era ended, now you got all these other dudes. But there's a little silver lining because you have some younger guys coming up, like Abdullah Mason and Devin Haney. Those guys want to carry the tradition of being quality fighters who have ambition and inspiration to be more. They want to set legacies for themselves. But that's not everybody. It's not everybody. It's just a few, a handful. And that's why Zuffa Boxing and, Turkey Al-Sheikh, what they're doing, because these promoters have allowed these guys to come, only so far, and then they're going to test their mettle by saying, okay, let me see what you can really do.
Right. I'm interested to see what Zuffa Boxing is. Might be like a proving ground, man. Just like, depending on, I want to see what caliber of fights they have over there. If they have like those kind of rider season kind of fights, like some big name fights, that'd be dope. I mean, not just like the exhibition throwaway fights. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
See what they got going on.
Yeah, and see, the Riyadh season events are major events. Some people are saying, well, they don't even have real big audiences over there or whatever. Yeah, but the people who can pay to go over there and watch the fights got that kind of cheddar. That's why he could pay those people like he pay them. You understand? You got these fools out here talking about Turkey going broke or whatever. No, he ain't going broke. But guess what? These numbskulls, if you hold the fight in Vegas or something, y'all gonna go pay and watch Khalil Cole come in 8 pounds overweight and everything and give a shit ass performance and everything, and I'm supposed to pay for that? No.
Yeah, right.
I bet you'll never see Khalil Cole in Riyadh season. I bet you won't. I bet you won't see him on Zuffa either. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You know?
But, yeah. Hey, Storm, ain't gonna tie line up. That's all I had, bro. I really ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to the Zuffa fight. Fights I mentioned earlier, man. I'm gonna try to do better about watching these other fights, man. So I can get my.
Do you have Paramount Plus?
Ooh, I don't.
Because like if you got Amazon Prime, you could sign up to Paramount Plus through Amazon Prime, and the fights will be right there for you. They got another card coming next week. Zuffa 2. It'll be next week, and that's gonna be Rayo. Rayo is fighting on that card.
Okay. What network is that T.O. Shakur fighting on? That's the pay-per-view, ain't it?
It's supposed to be on DAZN pay-per-view. DAZN pay-per-view, and I ain't paying for that. I don't endorse those two knuckleheads, and I just, that's gonna be one fight that I'll miss. And unfortunately, there's a couple of fights on the undercard that I would like to see, but I'm not gonna pay for that. They want $70 for those two numbskulls. Well, $80 really. It's $80.
Yeah.
For that. You think they worth $80 on pay-per-view? Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo? Do you honestly feel they worth pay-per-view?
Nah, especially the kind of fight I'm expecting. I'm expecting like I ain't gonna say cat and mouse, but I don't expect nothing like nothing hard hitting, man. I probably pay 50 or 49.
It's no different. It's no different than the fight that was last night between Cruz and Ray Morataya. That's the same level that is. It's the same level. So why is it pay-per-view? They can't convince me. You know, and either guy, the winner ain't gonna challenge himself and face somebody good. The loser is just gonna be in limbo. Because Shakur has moved up to 140, but he's talking about he's going to go back down to 135. But there's a lot of heat waiting for his ass at 135. So we'll see. We'll see about that. And that love affair between he and Keyshawn, that shit done played out. People don't want to see that, man. They want to see you fight. If you can't fight, get the hell out the sport. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, all that buddy stuff, yeah, that window, man. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I had hung up. But yeah, I dropped my phone. But yeah, man, anybody trying to say all that buddy stuff, man. It kind of played out, man. We're trying to get to it.
Look at Jared Anderson. When the last time Jared Anderson fought? When Martin Bucoli knocked him out, right? That's been almost 2 years ago. You realize that?
It seemed like he was the other day.
Yeah. But see, I'm going to tell you something. All he wanted to do was secure some kind of money. The fight wasn't never in his heart to begin with, bro. And he could talk about coming back and everything, but he showed you exactly who he was when he did the Roy Jones interview. Now, you remember that, right? The Roy Jones interview?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm only 21. Oh, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He cried on 21.
Yeah. You know, listen. He ain't fought since then, but listen, here go. You if you can hear the audio on your phone.
I'm 23. Too bad.
Crybaby ass. He is a big baby.
Yep.
So, and that's what we had as the heavyweight representative. They was talking about he was the next generational heavyweight to come along. I'll stop watching boxing if that's what's gonna be the representation. Seriously, get him the hell out of here too.
Word. I agree totally. Hey, Storm, hey, much love, bro. I'm finna go and fall back, man. I'll talk to you in a minute, man. I just gotta move and shake, man. Wipe the head in here real quick.
Yeah, I understand, brother. Hey, I appreciate your call, man. Thank you for your call. And don't be a stranger,
yes,
okay?
Sir, man. You have a blessed day, fam.
You too. All right, take it easy. Yeah, it's King Bonnie, man, calling out there. That's what's up. Man, I'm only 23. Get that dude the hell out of here. Salute to the brother Drew Titan in the building. I see you out there. Man. Where they find these dudes, man? I don't know. We had a couple more people come into the building. Renzo Peterson, what's good with you? OT Boxing School, what's good with you? Raven Nation says, off topic, I knew Cruz was going to lose last night when he did that weird ass dance into the ring. Nah, he could have won the fight, man, but Bozy didn't know how to pull that fight out for him. Didn't know what to tell him to do and everything. And I talked about that on my post-fight show last night. But he lost fair and square. And Ray Morataya is some guys that don't want to face him now because he's good enough and a threat enough to, cause some issues for some of these guys. Yep. Let's see what else we got here. PGH Big Dog says, I thought Cruz had more power. Morataya was just walking through him. Morataya's a bigger guy, man. He's a bigger guy than Cruz. But I'm going to tell you something. If he had worked that jab more and been able to punch off of the jab and straighten the right hand out instead of looping it, he could have done some things. But again, with what I'm saying now, I'm saying it's already transpired. Boozy is his trainer. He should know these things. I used to train fighters, but it's like I'm finding out so much about a lot of the trainers of today. If you're not from a certain demographic, you don't understand what it takes to put fighters in a winning position. It's more than just cheering rah-rah in a corner on fight night. Where's the damn teaching, man? That's what I be talking about. Eric Jordan says, Big Baby was making us black people look bad. Yeah, what you think Khalil Cole is doing, huh? Ravens Nation says, I heard your post-fight. Do you think maybe Bozy has an unspoken language with his fighters that we don't understand, or that he truly doesn't know what to say at times. Ravens Nation, the proof is in the pudding, brother. Did you see him when he was coaching his son against Karen? Some of the instructions, man, get out there and knock this dude out. What is that? The microphone is picking it up for yourself. Listen to that. Then you go back and listen to some trainers in the corner like John David Jackson or Buddy McGirt or Ronnie Shields, and listen to the instructions that they're giving fighters, or Teddy Atlas or someone like that, giving a fighter real instructions, directions. Nazim Muhammad, when he was around, what he used to say, real instructions. Not just go out there and knock this motherfucker out. No, you don't do that. So, lines are still open, people. Somebody else want to call? I'm going to be knocking it down at noon today because I got some stuff, I got to take care of. But, somebody else want to call? We can have a conversation. That's right, Columbia. Very plain instructions, directions. And it doesn't take a whole dialogue. It could be a couple of short things. Boom, boom, boom. Something that he can go out to the next round and remember and to implement. Benjamin Harrington says there's no more teachers in boxing. There's still a few, but they can't teach everybody. You can see it when their fighters fight. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because I like Cruz, and I still think he could get some things done in the sport, but he's going to be limited with who he's working with. Now, on the other hand, we got Jack Catterall, who went over there to Bozy, and Catterall is going to be better after working with Bozy because coming from the UK, some of the coaches and trainers out of the UK haven't elevated to where some of the coaches in America are. Not all, but some. Like Shane McGuigan, which is, I think, where Catterall came from. He's a very limited coach and trainer himself. He may get guys in shape. He might even be able to pump their confidence up and everything, but the teaching aspect of boxing, there's a lot to be desired there. He's currently working with, I believe, Caroline Dubois, and Caroline Dubois still can't fight on the inside. You need to teach the young lady how to fight on the inside. If you don't know how to teach her how to fight on the inside, you need to bring someone in camp to assist her, because until she shores up that part of her game, she's going to be vulnerable and susceptible to her shortcomings. I talk about these things, but it's almost like it's a dismissive point when people don't understand boxing like that. It is a sweet science. And they need to lessen the damn pad work. Because pads are killing fighters, man. Pads. It's not simulated boxing, man. It's like swimming on dry land. Yeah. Del Riv, all you gotta do is go back and watch his couple of fights with Karen. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because those are two fights that went the distance. You get a chance to see him in between rounds, giving instructions, and how he's talking to his son. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to get ready to wrap this up because I got stuff to do, man. And that snow is steady falling. My goodness. Okay, Del Real, I hear you. That sounds like me. Yeah, you gotta have that on standby, man. You gotta have that on standby. Yep. Be ready. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that came out today. Hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't on your way in, I gotta take care of some stuff here, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for King Bonnie with the phone call. Thank you for Columbia and Universal for posting the links in the chat. Thank you for EJ for picking up some merchandise. And some of you guys follow EJ's lead, man. Get you some of that merchandise. It's very good quality stuff, man. From t-shirts to the mugs and hats and hoodies, and hey man, we got whatever you need, huh? Stormybman. With that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here, and don't forget, be thinking about these other people and send up some prayers, man, because the country is in a bad state right now with this weather front that's going across. But shout out to the mighty LDBC. We'll catch you guys next Sunday for another Answering the Bell. Peace to everybody. Try to stay warm.